Okay, we're going to go over this track. This is track number 7 on the record. It is just about done. The only two things it's missing, I think, are bass and vocals, which, I've got that scheduled out to do. But it's not done yet. Everything else is pretty much done. It sounds pretty balanced, sounds pretty mixed. So I'm just going to go over a couple of things that I like about this track and what I did and how I did it. So let me mute everything. So just like all the other tracks I did so far, I did a sketch of the entire thing that was based off of the melodic sketch that I started with. I completely sketched this out on paper and then just got decent enough to record it on piano and then did takes of it. This tune has stuff in 4. It has stuff in 7/4 too. So it's a mixed meter. It goes back and forth. So after I did that, I took that performance, sent it out to the Roland, and then recorded the Roland playing it, right? And you can see in the arrangement there's some stuff that I turned off, but I just turned it off because in the arrangement I don't want to hear it. But I played the entire thing and then recorded the entire thing. So I can play a little bit of it just to give you a taste of what it sounds like. The mixed meter stuff is, I even wrote the chords down so I could remember what they are. Here's proof, I guess proof, but I did play it because nothing's in time. Or at least nothing's perfect anyway. Perfect enough for me. I didn't quantize anything. The only thing I really had to automate is if I hit the pedal and then going into another clip, maybe the pedal was on or off and that got weird. But besides that, that's it. So that's that for the piano. So I have the entire arrangement for the piano. So after that, I used I did acoustic guitars here. I did 2 takes. Basically, I did the same part. I used a I don't know what it's called, a fathead mic and a 58, and I just put them pretty close to each other, and I just EQ'd out the boominess of the room, compressed them a little, added some reverb, and then put them side by side. Put one on the right side, one on the left side. So I have this. Didn't use click track, nothing like that. I just played to the piano part. They sound good together. They sound pretty balanced. After that, I recorded a mandolin. I recorded it in the same room with the same mics, with the same everything, essentially. I just got up, grabbed the mandolin, played a couple of parts, put it down, listened to it, grabbed the acoustic guitar. I just went back and forth. I didn't change anything. So here's what the mandolin sounds like. Let me find a better part. Part where there's a lot of mandolin. There's a good part. Minimal processing on the mandolin. I use a saturator to make it a little warmer. Compressed the 2 mics a little. And then just added reverb. That's it. So pretty Pretty straight up. And you can even hear me trying to tune it. Thing does not stay in tune. If you could look at that mandolin weird and it just goes out of tune. That's just how it is. So next thing I got is electric guitars. I have 4 electric guitars, 2 that are pretty much the same guitar tone that are going to play off each other. I have a solo, and I have a 3rd guitar that has just like tremolo, like that kind of Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon kind of sound, that kind of thing. Here's what that sounds like. It's 3. Just a 58 on a Mesa cabinet. Just took out the low end, put a saturator on it, make it a little warmer. That's it. Done. There's that one. Guitar 1 and 2 did the same thing. They're off each other, kind of comping the chord progression. In the 7/4 measure, they do this arpeggiated thing, which I'll probably use just that and not the piano. In fact, in some spots, I just completely deactivated the clip, so it's just the guitars doing this. Which is what the piano part is. It's the same thing. So I'm going to mix and match that up, just depending on how I feel when I'm mixing it. So there's that. So the next thing I did was I made this pad with the Wavestate, the Korg Wavestate. What it is it starts. It's 3 sounds that blend into one another, and then it's filtered pretty heavily because it's very, very bassy. And then some reverb again. It's the sound of a flute. And then it blends into a string patch, and then it blends into an electric piano sound. So you can mostly hear the flute there because the notes aren't that long. But I know there's a spot where they are longer and you can hear it. It might even be, I can't remember. It's here, either here or here. You can definitely hear it right here because you can hear the flute blend into the strings and then blend into the electric piano, and it sounds really cool. Yeah, it's a great sound, but it's super, super bassy. You can see right around the 140, it's just it would completely bury a mix. So this is really underneath everything, just like ambient kind of sound. So you can hear the pad, but not much, right? I don't want that thing to complete. It sounds really cool by itself, but not in the context. Like it needs to be really underneath everything to work. So that's all there. So that was with the Wavestate. It's just one sound. It sounds like 3 sounds. So it's a really cool synth to have. Let's see what next. Drums. So drums, I use the TR8s Roland kit. I made a couple of patterns, and then I just recorded them. Real basic stuff. Not many loops, but a couple things here and there. Minimal processing. I made a room, which is just me with a field recorder, like standing in this room, recording it. Compressed a little. Reverb. Not much to it, but yeah, right here. So it sits really well for this mix. And then the last thing was just a lead guitar take, which is the 4th guitar. So there is a solo section here, right here marked solo. This part. So I did do a solo, but it's mostly improvised. I didn't spend a lot of time trying to get like a perfect solo. I basically came up with a couple ideas. You can see it's 2 takes, right? And I just put them together. And it sounds pretty improvised, but it sounds pretty good to me. So here's what that is. And it's 58 on the Marshall cab, emulating, like trying to get it to sound like a Vox, like an AC30 kind of a sound. a lot going on there. It sounds real good. You got these two guitars going back and forth counterpoint, right? Get the acoustic guitars comping, mandolin, back to the lead guitar. So there's other stuff. I basically just played the entire track and just played like a bunch of licks over it. They sound good. I just don't know what to do with them yet, so I haven't erased them completely. What I've done to just say, okay, I'm not 100% convinced these belong here, is just lower the volume and kind of bury them a little bit. The solo is plenty loud, maybe a little bit louder, but like other spots, like right here, I dumped it down 15 decibels quieter than it normally should be. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. There's the solo. There's another part here. So that's about it. I haven't decided about this lead guitar stuff. It'll probably all get trashed except for the solo. This thing right here. The rest of it, probably not. Probably won't make the cut. I think once I start doing the vocals and everything, because the vocals will be the most important thing, a lot of that stuff's just going to have to go because it will just get in the way. It's too much. So it's too much to listen to. So, yeah. That's the entire arrangement on this one. So, thanks.